Okay. And with the motivation thing, for me, what works is I've always set like new goals for myself. Um, when I started setting goals, I really want to say, sadly, is when I ended up moving back to Indiana. I don't really recall having, no. The first time I was in Indiana, my goal was to move out. I, no, even going back even further, pre 18, like I always felt that when I was like as soon as I hit 18, that was basically the when I had to move out and get out of my parents' house and whatnot. Unfortunately, I didn't hit that goal till I was 21, and I was kind of like forced out of that, or forced into that, or I got like a big push into actually moving out. After that, when I was in Oregon, one of my goals was to, go to E3 like pretty much every year, but because before I moved to Oregon, I actually like shipped my stuff out there, like mailed it to my roommate's place, and then I flew to LA to go to E3, and then I figured since I was on the West Coast, it'd be easy going between Oregon and Southern California to attend E3 each year. Unfortunately, that didn't happen because I wasn't really making crazy amount of money to fly and travel and all that. Plus, sometimes even now when I think about traveling, it's like it's more expensive. It's things that I don't want to pay for. And when I was in Oregon, I think my goal at the time was to like basically just manage on my own and get like a stable job and be able to support myself. I wanted to learn what it was like to live on my own. And again, I didn't really accomplish that up until I moved back to Indiana, where I had a good amount of money saved up. Stay with my family up until I got my apartment. Then I think at that point, once I got my apartment, my goal was to save, and I think I wanted. I think I had two goals at once. Being, I wanted like about 10 grand in my checking account at like all times, because I just feel like that's a comfortable number to have that's available to you. Because a major purchase could come up at any time, and it's like you have 10,000, you end up buying like a computer for 1,200, and then just like don't really splurge on anything up until you get back to the 10,000. Either that or like every time you go over that number, which is something I'm trying to do now, is like when I go over. And the amount that I'm happy with having saved up, I want to invest it and spend that on stocks, cryptos, whatever, or buy something for myself. And when I was in Indiana, I also had the goal of moving to LA, and I wanted that to happen once I hit the 10,000, and I managed to move to LA, and like my last couple months in Indiana, I came across. Well, my sister kind of connected me to these business people, in which that really got me into the mindset of like building money, building wealth, investing, doing all this and that. It really got me into the business mindset, and just like making more money and working towards financial freedom. And unfortunately, with them, it was a insurance company, a health insurance company. I didn't succeed in that, but it did help me. It did help improve the way I think, into just being financially smarter, and that's really pushed me a lot to how I am today. See, I've been in Los Angeles for 2 years now, and I believe I've been thinking about and working on my finances pretty much the entire time I've been here. And I only recently got into the stock market like shortly after it crashed, back in, what was it, like March of 2020, and like I've actually had a lot of success in the stock market, and just like investing here and there, doing different things. But again, all this has to do with motivation and what you want. And again, with Patrick Bet-David's video about it's pointless about motivating others, a lot of that comes from trauma. And what I went through growing up was pretty traumatic, and I'll share my story with you. I'm just kind of nervous about it, as you can tell. Basically, thinking back on it, when I was in high school, I was labeled as a high school shooter. People just had this negative outlook on me, and to this day it bothers me a lot, and I use that to push myself forward and do better. And like, I really aim to do better than the most of the people I went to school with and saw me that way, and people who like turn their back on me and all this and that. That's my motivation. That's part of my motivation. Another thing is that I had this one friend, and once he got a girlfriend, he also turned his back on me, and he got this new group of friends, and he started ridiculing me with those friends, and that's also part of my motivation. And my mom's boyfriends were pretty abusive, and they like her. I want to say harassed me a lot, but they were just really irritating. Whatever. There was a point where like they were drinking, and like I got pulled out of my room because as a teenager, basically all I did was like go to school and play video games. It's like that's how people saw me. But at the same time, it's like I was a quiet person. I kept to myself. And one thing people say is that like the quietest people have the loudest minds. And I was always thinking, and I had things that I wanted to do, but that town didn't provide to me because it didn't have opportunity there. It was a small town, and there just wasn't much to do. Once I got out and moved to a bit bigger area, it sounds like I was giving opportunity almost instantly. But anyways, since I was seen as lazy and just playing video games and whatnot, they were drinking, and I was called for out of my room, and he started yelling at me, and he was telling me things like I'm lazy, I'm a piece of shit, I'll never amount to anything, I'm a waste of life. It's like all that, this and that, telling me all these negative things. I've held on to that my entire life, and that pushes me a lot. It's like I don't want to be seen like that ever again. And that's what really pushes me to how I am now. And it really sucks that like to be motivated to do something with your life, you need to go through shit like that. That's also why when I talk to certain people and why they're depressed, I talk a lot of shit to people, because not just to talk shit and like make fun of them, but I also want to see them do better with what they're doing in life. Like, it's kind of unfair to, I don't know if it's unfair but like it's something that like kind of sucks, that like a lot of the friends that I have and people I know are doing so much worse than me, and they cannot experience what I've been experiencing just because they haven't been as successful. And like, I would like to try and travel here and there and do all these different things because I can, but at the same time, I don't really like doing things on my own. But unfortunately, there's no one that I'm good friends with that has the money to do the things that I can do. And it just leaves me in a spot where we're like, and I don't make friends that well, or I don't connect with people that well, and it just leaves me in a spot because it's like, obviously that there are people who I could connect with and do those same things with, but like, since I don't connect with people too well, I don't have that option. And at the end of the day, like, I don't really want people to be wasteful with money and like bring themselves to a higher place in life, like I am. You know, I believe a lot of people would enjoy life a lot more if they got out of the situations that they were in, stopped spending so much, and just didn't make these mistakes growing up. It's like, I don't think that what I'm saying now would help too many people if you're in your late 20s, 30s, 40s, something like that, because a lot of your mental growth comes from your teenage years, and that's how I managed to get to where I am today. Unfortunately, the way I was thinking back then, like, I wanted to work when I was 16. If I had that opportunity to work from 16 to 18, living with my parents, and they still providing for me, I could have been so much further in life. I could probably have like 6 figures to my net worth right now if I was given that opportunity back then, and if I stayed on course of like how I am today. But this whole motivation thing, it's like I've come across someone else who feels like they're, what would they say? It's like they just feel like they feel pointless, that their life is pointless, and like they don't want to do anything in life. It's like, hearing things like that really sucks, and hearing people be depressed because of the situation they're in really sucks, because some of these people I connect with, and they just talk about being depressed, and it's like, I can't do anything for you. I want to, but I can't. I try to like push them and try to be like supportive, but again, this goes back to, it's pointless to motivate people because they are in their own mindset and they haven't gone through enough trauma to want to push themselves further. Either that, or they're in a hole already that they dug themselves in, and it's just very difficult for them to get out of. And unfortunately, you can't really go back in time and fix those things that got you there. I probably got off track, and like, I probably didn't think of everything that I wanted to say in this video, or in these, in this video, in these parts of videos, series of videos. But I hope someone can understand me, and I hope I may have helped someone. And I really want people to be motivated to get to the point of where I am, where you're basically on autopilot, kind of, where we're like, everything's auto paid, everything's covered. It's like you're set and just living a good life. and like having the option to do things whenever you want to. Like, I live in LA. It sounds like I could travel here and there if I wanted to, but for me, the only thing holding me back is that like I wanted to do things with friends. I don't want to experience things on my own. But yeah, this video was a little bit longer than the others, but again, I hope this got a point across, and I was able to help someone. Even if I could help motivate one person to improve themselves and get to a higher place in life, I will consider that a success. I really want to see a lot of people do better and not be struggling. Struggling is terrible, and I don't really wish that upon anyone. Anyone that knows me, I would wish, or anyone that I allow close to me, I want to see them do well. I don't have that. I don't consider too many people close to me, but like there's a few people I wish were doing very well, and I hope more people do well. And I think that'll end this video.